Bayern Munich have frustrated members of staff with their plans to send the players' wags to the Club World Cup, according to reports. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The German Giants are set to head to the US for the controversially revamped tournament next month. Harry Kane will head to the States hoping to add further silverware to his collection, having broken his duck by winning the Bundesliga title. According to Bild, the trip has caused friction behind the scenes at the German champions. Bayern's Club World Cup campaign will come amid a series of cost-cutting measures. Several staff members have reportedly been informed that they won't join the team at the tournament, despite sporting director Max Eberl's efforts to reduce costs. Players' families will be sent to the US at the expense of the club. This means that Kane's wife Katie Goodland can be sent to the States at Bayern's expense, despite her husband being one of the club's top earners. Bild's Bayern expert Christian Falk revealed, the players' families have been invited. On the German outlet's podcast, Falk went on to add, "You have to say, a few employees were annoyed, are cutting costs everywhere, so only a small group of employees is allowed to go over, but the families are." The staff members thought to be affected include lower-level roles like middle management and matchday stewards. Bayern boss Vincent Kompany is looking forward to the competition, which could net the winners a £100 million prize kitty. The Belgian said, "I think the closer we get to the tournament, the more you can see the excitement growing. It's been quite a special season anyway so far. You have the new format of the Champions League, and you have the next competition with the Club World Cup. You know, I think we're part of a club here with Bayern Munich where every trophy is important, so by the time we get to America, it will be a priority." Bayern will begin their Club World Cup campaign by facing New Zealand side Auckland City in Cincinnati on June 15, before a trip to Miami to take on iconic Argentine outfit Boca Juniors 5 days later. Bayern face Benfica on matchday 3 in Charlotte on June 24. Ahead of the tournament, Kane said, "It's going to be unique. Playing this type of major tournament with your club is different to what's been done in the past, but I think it's going to be a great experience. Going out to the US, as well, a year before the World Cup itself will be a great chance to get to know some of the stadiums and get to know the fans out there. It's going to be a really great tournament." As always, when it's the first of any type of tournament, people are wondering how it's going to go, but I'm really excited for it. In a club where discipline is a mantra and precision is a tradition, Bayern Munich has always been seen as the benchmark for professionalism in European football. From the crisp Bavarian suits worn by the boardroom elite to the steely efficiency of the Allianz Arena's operations, everything about the club screams order, structure, and focus. That's why when rumors began to swirl about a controversial plan to allow players' WAGs to accompany them to the Club World Cup, it raised more than a few impeccably groomed eyebrows. The plan, as reported by multiple German media outlets and picked up by sports journalists across Europe, has allegedly frustrated several senior staff members within the club. The idea is simple enough on the surface: allow the players' wives and girlfriends to join them during their stint in the Club World Cup. The objective? To make the experience more enjoyable, less isolating, and, some argue, more human. But inside the Bayern machine, such human touches are rarely applied without friction. Tradition versus transformation. For decades, Bayern Munich has built its empire on discipline. Legendary figures such as Uli Hoeneß, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, and Ottmar Hitzfeld cultivated a culture where winning was paramount and distractions were an enemy of excellence. At Bayern, the margin for error is microscopic. Every moment, every decision, and every breath taken during a tournament is seen as either a step towards glory or a deviation from it. That's why the news of the WAG's proposed presence in the Club World Cup camp has ruffled feathers among Bayern's old guard. According to reports, a number of coaching and operational staff are concerned that the presence of partners and families could derail the razor-sharp focus needed to lift another trophy on the world stage. "It's not about control," said one unnamed staff member, quoted in Bild. "It's about maintaining the competitive atmosphere. This isn't a holiday, it's a tournament." But that's precisely where the battle lines have been drawn. A newer generation within the club, including some members of the player liaison and wellness teams, argues that mental health and holistic support are just as crucial to performance as tactics and training sessions. They point out that other elite teams have successfully allowed families to accompany players, particularly during international tournaments. The internal division reflects a broader cultural shift within football, a transition from stoic athleticism to emotional intelligence, from iron discipline to psychological well-being. The player's perspective. For the players, the story is not about politics, it's about support systems. Many of Bayern's top stars have grueling schedules, hopping from Bundesliga clashes to Champions League fixtures and national team duties with barely a moment's rest. The Club World Cup, while prestigious, is yet another commitment stacked onto an already overstuffed calendar.